Welcome back to GMA, live from Times Square.
We are live in Times Square. You guys have really just warming our hearts here this morning. The fact that you came out in this weather from Dallas, Texas, and all across the country. And we got one person who braved the elements as well. You know him from Star Wars, Moulin Rouge, and now Beauty and the Beast. Would you please give it up for Ewan McGregor? Worth getting up for.
Yes.
Thank you. Wow.
Hello.
Hello.
There wasn't an audience here last time I was on. This is all new.
You like it?
Yeah. There wasn't an orchestra either.
I know.
we keep on adding things to it. You know, and what we like to do here, we like to have a little discussion and like throw something out there and get your feedback on it as well. And when you meet a person, do you ask for their phone number? How many people have done that before? You meet somebody, you ask for their phone number?
Gotta get those digits.
Yeah, sure. Nobody's raising their hand.
When you met your wives, did you ask for their phone numbers?
Sure.
I met my wife. I was working with my wife when I met her on a show in London along the 1993. And I didn't need to have her phone number because I was working with her.
Oh, so you had an easier route.
Yeah. And I've never asked for anyone's phone number since, so I don't know.
You'd be a little trouble if you did.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'd be in big trouble if you did.
But it just goes to show, because how many people ask for phone numbers, and very few raise their hands, because there's an article in the New York Post that says asking for a phone number is over.
It's like totally 2016.
Yeah, I mean, I remember asking for the beeper number. You know, I go back that far. But they said if you ask for a phone number, people just don't respond to that. They go through social media. They go through video calling or even email.
Like, what's your handle?
I know that doesn't have the same ring to it.
You know what's interesting? The youngsters that we work with, the millennials, my producer was saying that she finds that much more personal, asking for your Instagram handle, or because there's so much more there to share, whereas just a phone number is just digits.
Okay.
So yeah, I wonder, do you guys agree with that?
Yeah.
That you do?
I think it's a good way to like weed out people you don't want to. Oh, I never check my Twitter. I don't know. I didn't see that message. With your phone, you always have your phone, and people know that you're getting the message. But okay, now it's something good to know. All you millennials, you got it right somehow. So
you did. Can we talk about Beauty and the Beast?
We can.
It's beautiful.
Thank you. Yeah. Brilliant.
Stanley Tucci was in that chair.
Oh, was he?
You guys had a great time at the premiere last night.
Yes, Stanley's a great friend of mine. We worked together in a film called Life Less Ordinary in 97 or 96 or something. And we've been friends ever since. And every now and again we come back together in a movie. And we did a film called Jack the Giant Killer or Slayer. And we have such a great relationship. I adore that man.
And you know, your wife is French. In this movie, you have a great French accent. So did you learn...
Well,
from her?
I thought I sort of was a little lazy about it because I've lived with her for all these years, and I thought, well, my French accent will be perfect. And I turned up to London to record, because we had to, the household items, of which I'm one, we recorded all our dialogue so that when the actors who are doing the live action stuff are on set, they had voices to play back to, you know, to listen to. When they were acting to tennis balls and sticks or whatever they were looking at. And I swanned in to record mine, but my French accent wasn't really very good at all. And they also, Disney wanted certain, like, they didn't want the hard R sound, the French, you know. And they didn't want that, so they wanted an R, and that made it sound
like a pirate.
I suddenly went very Spanish or Mexican or something. So well, luckily, Bill Condon, the wonderful director, I said to him, I said, look, please let me come back and do it again when you're finished. So
you got to do it.
I came back here to New York and I got to re-record all of my dialogue again, so it's slightly more French now. And in the meantime,
can I ask can we get a little handle on what your first round sounded like, just one sentence, and then what your redo sounded like? An example?
She is the girl. And as opposed to she is the girl. Oh. You know? Yeah.
Well, the second one is better.
Yeah.
It is more French.
The first one, pirate.
Yeah, the second one,
Yes.
Be our guest, be our
Oh,
guest.
it's so great. And I haven't recorded a big song like that since Moulin Rouge, so that was fun.
No
I love
pressure.
that.
There's no pressure whatsoever.
No, no, really not much.
So how's your Lumiere different than the one that we know, the original?
I don't know, because I don't really know the original one.
Really?
No, I wasn't familiar with the... I didn't really... no, because I've played parts on stage, yeah, on stage only, I guess, that other people have played. In Shakespeare or something, I played Iago, and of course, there's many, many amazing actors have played that role before. And the last thing you would want to do is go and ask them how to do it, and then if it was a movie role, you wouldn't want to go and watch that person do it, because you want to make it your own, you know. And I think the writing was very good, and Bill Condon's wonderful direction is very good, so I just let them lead me, and tried to make him my Lumiere, you know.
Let's see the results.
Oh yeah, let's have a look.
I am telling you, this girl is the one. They must fall in love if we are to be human again. And how can they fall in love if she stays in her room? Hey, chapeau, you missed the spot.
No, she'll never love him.
A broken clock is right 2 times a day, mon ami, but this is not one of those times. Stand up straight. It's time to sparkle!
How was it singing for the first time since Moulin Rouge?
Wonderful. I loved it. It's a very special thing to make music. You know, it's a wonderful. If I hadn't been an actor, I think maybe that's what I would have liked to have done. Because it's such a pleasure to make music, and when you're recording a big number like this, it's very exciting to have an orchestra behind you, as I have right now. I never leave home without one now. See?
You just showed Moulin Rouge again. That was such a great movie.
I know.
Yeah.
That might be what I watched today.
Right up there.
Oh yeah.
It's
But
such a great
speaking of great movies, I mean, Beauty and the Beast is great. We've been waiting a long time for this movie, but we've also been waiting a long time for Trainspotting.
Yes.
Sequel.
Yeah.
21 years.
Yes.
And the sequel comes out this week. So have fans been asking you about that when you see them? When is the sequel?
The sequel is set 20 years later, and Irvin Welsh wrote a sequel to his novel, which came out about 10 years after the Trainspotting novel came out. And the Trainspotting novel in Scotland was sort of a book of my generation. It was an enormous success and a wonderful book that sort of defined that time. And when he wrote I'm not going to say the name of his second book because I'm on breakfast television, but it came out 10 years later, and at that point, I don't think there was a script that came out of it that was good enough for Danny Boyle to send to us. So it took another 10 years, really, for them to nail it. And what the film has in it, which is really deep, I think, is this sense of that men, in this case, I guess, because it's primarily about 4 boys, in their mid-40s, approaching their 50s, sort of start looking back on their lives.
Wow.
And in our case, you know, looking back on our youths, and that is the Trainspotting film that we all know and love.
Powerful.
And through that sort of retrospective looking back, trying to figure out how they're going to move forward. What is my life going to be like? And I'm starting to sense that a little bit, you know, at my age. And I think that's what this film really encapsulates. And it wouldn't have done if we'd done it 10 years ago, because we would have been too young.
True.
Got to get a question from the audience.
Yeah.
Look out.
Do we have someone?
Way in the back. Josh.
Josh Groban? Josh Groban.
Can I just come up there for a minute? I worship you.
No.
I'm gonna stand next to you. Oh my goodness.
Now the orchestra makes sense, right? Groban is here.
Well, I mean, my question basically has to do with your singing of the song and just kind of thinking to myself, well, you know, we're all here and we have these musicians. Michael, I know you like to sing a song.
Oh, he
Not
does.
like he does.
Are you ready?
Yes, we ought to hit
No,
it.
I'm not going to sing a song this morning. I'm sorry. I think you would have had to give me a little warning to warm up my pipes. You know what I mean?
We have Josh here. Why doesn't Josh lead us off?
Can we all do it together? guest, be our guest. Put our service to the test. Right around your neck and we'll do the rest. Soup du jour, hot hors d'oeuvre. Come on,
We only look to serve. By the taste of it's delicious. Don't believe me, ask the dishes. They can dance. After all, this is France.
Never here is never second best.